Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Koholoyimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. And just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. This is H.I.M Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson and praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And wanted to touch on this article real quick. This guy, Chris Eubank Snr, son Joseph, dragged girl 16 to Long Beach and graped her before asking, "Are you ready for round 2?" So this is why we tell you women to, pretty much you have to chill, man. You have to really dial back, man, and come back to this truth, come back to these scriptures, especially you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American women, because you're least likely to be believed. People don't give a shit already. They don't look at you as if you're anything of a prize. They'll send out a damn Amber Alert for a so-called white girl any day. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to y'all, it's just not that way, because we are under the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28. You are Israelite women. You're not blacks. You're not Hispanics. You're not Native Americans. And we're under the curses. And we have enemies. And our enemies don't care about us as they care about their own. They just don't. This is the so-called white man's world. This is his kingdom. And what he says goes. And again, like I said, you have to be very, very careful when it comes to, just being out here and just gadding abroad, basically. Just being out here and just all over the place, man. Getting drunk, doing drugs, you wobbling. You know what I'm saying? You could barely stand up. And so when I looked at a lot of the comments in the comment board of this, this article, there's not a lot of accountability from the so-called women's side of this thing. They're in the comment boards acting as if she had nothing to do with really what happened. I say she did, because she's 16. Let's just get into some of the article. We'll just bust it down as we read through it, right? The youngest son of Chris Eubank Snr graped a teenage girl on the beach before asking if she was ready for round 2. Hours later, Joseph Eubanks, 27, is standing trial, accused of graping the then 16-year-old girl near Brighton Pier, July 16, 2022. So here's a couple of pictures of the guy. Some tight-ass pants on, flooding. Giving evidence at Lewis Crown Court today, the alleged victim said she had been aggressively grabbed, forced along the pebbled beach. The girl had been out celebrating a birthday with friends before they became separated. And I always go off into that birthday shit. That birthday, hey, that's some American shit. There was no birthday parties in the kingdom, man. I mean, in Israel during the time of, of our people, in the ancient days. There was nobody was going to buy no goddamn balloons. Nobody was popping up with a card. Nobody was baking no goddamn cake for you. No one was coming through bringing you gifts and presents and shit. That's not a custom of our people. That Jeremiah 10:4. Matter of fact, let me get it real quick. Always speak on that as well, because the word birthday is in the Bible. I think it's in there 3 times. And each one of those times, matter of fact, it's repeated. I think the same story is being repeated in the New Testament in 2 times. So really it's 2 times. But there's a birthday that's mentioned in the Old Testament with Pharaoh. And on Pharaoh's birthday, he had somebody killed. And King Herod had John the Baptist beheaded. That was the birthdays. King Herod's birthday when he had John the Baptist beheaded. And Pharaoh when he had, I think, the butler or the cupbearer, I think maybe beheaded too. But he died. He had somebody killed. And other than that, sometimes, some of those commentaries, they'll tell you that when Job's kids died, the oldest son was having a birthday when the house fell on him. But other than that, you're not seeing birthdays in the Bible. Now, some people might say, well, what about Jesus? Well, first off, his name is not Jesus, because there's no letter J in Hebrew, no letter E, no letter O, no letter U or V. And there was no English at the time. The letter J was invented in 1524, 500 years ago. And the Lord walked the earth 2,000 years ago. So no one was being called Jesus, first off. His name is Yahweh Shai. which means that he's the Savior or deliverer in the Paleo Hebrew. And the true name of the Father is Yahweh, which means he exists, or the existing one. Yah meaning he, Hawa meaning existing one, or he is to be. And the Son's name is Yahweh Shai, Yah meaning he, Hawa Shai meaning Savior or deliverer in the Paleo Hebrew. Right? So you might say, well, what about his birthday? They celebrate that bullshit on December 25th, and that's not the Lord's birthday. The Lord wasn't born in the dead of winter. He was born around the Passover, which is warmer weather, when things are about to, pretty much blossom and bloom. Springtime to, pretty much about the end of winter, going into the spring, so to speak. Anyway, let's get this real quick. Jeremiah 10. Let's start from verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. So this is to the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. It says, thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. See, these people have vain customs. Not supposed to be celebrating no damn Christmas, no Thanksgiving, no Valentine's Day. Because when you look in the history of all that shit, it's either murderous or it's idolatrous. Because white Jesus is for show idolatry. Those birthdays, idolatry. You got everybody worshiping your ass. You're not to be worshipped. No one's supposed to be bowing to your ass and bringing you gifts and shit, and then you get pissed when you don't get the gift that you want. You know how many people break up, how many divorces go down because of birthdays and all these stupid ass holidays. People will break up a family, man, over an argument about a damn gift they didn't get. It's all stupid, man. Anyway, let's move on. But those customs of the people, those customs of these Americans, they're vain, man. Okay, it says, the girl had been out celebrating a birthday with friends before they became separated. She said she was very drunk. Not that she was tipsy. Not that she was, she was drunk. She was very drunk, right? Had lost her phone and was desperately trying to find it to call her friends when she was approached by Eubanks. You that goddamn drunk? So this is where I say, she and all that 16-year-old shit, she's a kid. No, the fuck she's not. She's not no goddamn kid. She's a young woman. And I'm sure she probably had been on her monthly probably 3 to 4 years now. That's a young woman. Only in America do they treat your ass like you a goddamn kid until you 21. That's not biblical, man. That's the reason why these kids, they so damn silly and just, Anyway, it says, that's why the customs of the people are vain. That's a vain custom to treat that 16. She could be married and having, man, in the ancient world, she'd have been married already and had 3 kids or so by now. Shit, I'm not even that old, and my grandmother, shit, by that time, I mean, there was a time period where people actually started families at 13, 14 years old in this country and thrived. Because they knew it wasn't like what it is now. Because these motherfuckers don't teach no women how to cook. They don't teach them how to sew. They don't teach them how to rear no children. All they know how to do now is go on Instagram. Here's my Instagram. That's it. They don't know nothing else except for getting in a mirror and putting them fake ass faces on. That's it. And these young men, they don't know nothing either. So there was a different time period where people grew up and hey, if you was ready to rock by 16, oh hell no. You was definitely gone by the time you was 16 as a woman, right here in the Americas, man. Like for real. And it don't take that far to reach back. All you got to do is run across one of these people in their 60s, 50s or so, and they'll tell you stories. Now, my grandmama, shit, she had 14 kids. My grandmama, she had this amount of children, and this, and this. Now you look at it today with disgust. But who gave you that? Who gave you those customs? The so-called white man. He duped y'all. Because in the ancient days, if this guy really done what he done, there was a penalty for it. And that's what GMS always goes into as far as the grape doctrine. Grape is in the Bible. The Lord had laws on if there was a graping going down. There was a couple of different situations. If a woman was betrothed or she was engaged, what they call engaged today, and some guy ran up and grabbed her, snatched her off somewhere, and graped her, and she screamed, only that nigga would be put to death. But if she didn't scream, they were both put to death. If it was a young woman, she got snatched up and graped, then she would have to pay the father of that daughter if she didn't scream, if she wasn't betrothed to nobody, or if she wasn't engaged to somebody. That guy would have to pay that father of that daughter 50 shekels of silver, I think it was. That was very expensive at the time. And he could not ever leave her, ever. He couldn't put her away. He couldn't ever divorce her. And that shit right there was pretty straightforward. And it made you think twice, like, damn, if I take that, like, shit, I might, I'm going to, no matter what this bitch acting like, you got to deal with her for the rest of your life. So there were situations on grape, man, in the scriptures, man. But it goes on to say, but Eubank is then accused of dragging her down the beach under the pretense of going to look at the moon. The girl told police she was aggressively grabbed by the wrist before being led across the beach. The jury heard that as she kept falling, she was pulled to her feet by Eubanks. Well, he should have just left her ass there. Let her ass fall over and let her wake up in the morning with some damn, with bug bites and shit all over her ass, or whatever the hell else. Should have left her ass there, Or I guess the proper thing would have been, hey, get the young lady some help. Because he was off as hell for it. He could have called the police and said, hey, there's a young lady that's just not looking. Hey, she's gone, man. Send a squad car. But if you was thinking to the point of with your rod like that, you thinking with your bottom half like that, you should have just walked on away. And generally, I guess it depends on what proximity a person may be from other people. I wouldn't even entertain no shit like that. I'm keeping it moving. I mean, it just is what it is these days. We're living in days and times where, hey, you can get into a lot of trouble just dealing out here like that, man. But anyway, let's get some more, because it's crazy that nobody was even looking for her. How you get separated like that? She said he was quite frankly, he was quite friendly when we were on top of the steps. Then obviously when we were walking towards the end of the beach, he was more aggressive. There was no conversation on the beach. The court heard she was then forced to have sex with him near the water. The distraught girl said she managed to call a friend and was found hysterical. How did you call a friend? What you mean? You yelled out and called a friend? Because from what this story is saying, your phone was lost. I don't know, maybe something, whatever. Confused and very upset a short time later, jurors were told Eubanks then got up and walked off of the beach without saying anything. Just hours later, the court heard she received a message on her phone saying, hey, pup, are you ready for round 2? So hold on. So see, the story is kind of bullshit right here on that end, because in the beginning of the article, it says that she had lost her phone. And how did he get the number? How would he even know her phone number? Eubanks admits he had sexual activity with the girl, but says it was consensual. And it could have been. He earlier arrived wearing a gray jacket and trousers with white shirt and brown trainers. Joseph's dad, Chris Sr., held the WBO middleweight and superweight titles. And we don't give a fuck about their titles. Who cares about that shit? Oh, they talking about what he wore to court. I'm still kind of confused as what they're talking about as far as the phone. But let me go back up here. Maybe I missed something. Because it's saying that she didn't have her phone. She lost her phone, I thought. Yep, it says right here. Let's see. It says she said she was very drunk, had lost her phone, and was desperately trying to find it to call her friends when she was approached by Eubank. So it is, some kind of weird about this. Because if that was him that was actually saying, well, hey, you ready for round 2? How did he have her phone number? I guess, I don't get it. Anyway, the point is, with these comments, man, it says, okay, this is one of them. Okay, if the child was 16 and drunk, she could not give consent. And a 27-year-old man dragging her down the beach, anybody saying this is consensual, I hope you don't have any underage children. Well, like I said again, You know, first off, she shouldn't have been out there like that. You know, the scriptures even talks about how a woman, let me see, matter of fact, let's get this one. You're not supposed to, you know, that, you know, but that's America. This is America. This is America. Now, let me see. I think it said not given to too much wine. I think this is it right here. Let me see. Yeah, verse 3. See, this is really what's going on out here. They're just not being raised to be women, and the young men are not being raised to be men. That's all. Because you're living in a wicked kingdom. Titus 2:3. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not given to too much wine. See? Teachers of good things. And if she had women within her life that would be teaching her grandmothers and her mother and, you know, aunties of older age, you know, things of that nature, they would be telling her, hey, look, you be modest when you're drinking. A woman is not to be, you know, be seen drunk like that. You know what I'm saying? Being, you know, that's not womanly. That's not, you know, becoming of a young lady, so to speak. You have your, you know, you take your time with your wine. You know what I'm saying? You might drink a little bit more if you at the house and you chilling. You know what I'm saying? But that's not something that where you supposed to be. She said she was very drunk. Like, God damn. It says, not given to too much wine, teachers of good things, that they may teach the young women to be sober, see, to love their husbands, to love their children, to be discreet, chastity, keepers at home, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. You already know that's not going on. That's not going on here. She was probably twerking, probably had on some little bitty ass clothes. And I'm not saying that that's the case, but generally, come on, we talking about it's 2024 going into 2025. Hey, women don't be having on shit. They don't be having on nothing really. They walk through down Walmart's, man, with pretty much a panty set on. And be looking at you like what you looking at. Anyway, let's get another comment or two. It says consent laws are different in different parts of the world. Yeah, that's true. In the UK, a 16-year-old can give consent to someone over 18. There isn't a close in. Okay, anyway. Getting raped anywhere, getting graped anywhere is bad. Yeah, of course. This person says it doesn't matter why she was drunk. Oh, it do matter. See, that's the accountability part. That's how you could tell, you know, the men from the women that's typing their comments in here. It says, you bunch of idiots in the comments. It doesn't give anyone an excuse to rape her. Instead of asking why she was drunk and ask why she think it's okay for someone to take advantage of her for being drunk. Well, hey, you're living in America. You're living in Babylon the Great. You're living in the most wickedest place on the planet. It just is what it is. You're not safe here. Not a grown woman, not a, you know, not a grown ass man. No one is safe here, man. You're taking a chance just walking out of your house in this place, man. And then you have to realize that, hey, America was instituted on grape, robbing and pillaging people, man. Mainly the so-called Native Americans, and especially you so-called blacks, Hispanics, man. You know what I'm saying? So this country was built on nastiness, straight up. Says he did the bad deed, so he has to pay for it. And what's a 16-year-old girl partying that way? Drunk, shitless, anything could happen with her that night. Why are parents letting their young kids calling the shots? I'm sorry, but at the age I couldn't go anywhere, especially to a party, and get drunk shitless. And then, hey, there you have it. But that's a difference between this new generation and what was going on back in you know, decades back. This person replies, you're talking about her parents in a negative way. What about his parents? Well, yeah. But see, it's more, see, when people look at stuff like this, it's like, okay, but she's the young woman. She's the weaker vessel. She's the one that actually needs the most protection. And you can clearly see why she wasn't able to get away from this guy. And then you out here, you pretty much in a position of shit not even being able to get away. You can barely walk. You see? I don't even know how they even caught up to this dude. Unless it was just about the text that he supposedly texted her, which I'm still confused about the phone. Because if she was that damn drunk, you know what I'm saying? He could have hit and left, and she'd have just been pointing out anybody. It was him. No, it was him. No, it was him. Can we get a lineup? She just looking. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, it could have turned out a whole lot worse, man. Somebody replies to that person saying, it's typical victim blaming. That's why most women are afraid to come forward, regardless of what she was doing, what time it was, or what she had to drink. It didn't give him the right to grape her. Okay, well, all right. Well, you can say what the fuck you want, but that's not the way America works. That's not the way that this world moves. You're making up all these dumbass excuses for it. Matter of fact, because like I said, she's a young lady. That's not no goddamn kid. That's the problem. Y'all treating them like they kids instead of raising them from from the little children, from toddlers on up, how to move about in this world. Yep. Yeah. Anyway, consensual or not, she was obviously drunk and 16 years old. He did wrong. That's crazy, says another piece of shit. So he thinks even having so-called consensual sex with a 16-year-old is okay. Hey, but see, this is the world that you're living in. In the ancient world, all these people I'm telling you, I bet you they'll say that they're Christians. Yeah, I believe in the Bible, until you get to talking about how old some of the women were when they first started getting married in the scriptures. 16, I'm telling you, 16 in the Bible shit, easily she'd have had 3-4 kids. Easy. Nothing. See, but you're living in a world where, see, even Esau, even in America, who you think Esau was? Esau was graping all kinds of so-called little black girls, if that's what you want to say back then, and impregnating them, and they were actually having those babies, 12 years old. So here you go. Hey, this place is hypocritical as hell. But see, these people don't understand that in the kingdom, it's going to go back to young ladies. She ain't going to be 16 and not have no goddamn husband in the kingdom. Are you crazy? She's going to be fully married with children, with one in the pocket. Anyway. But these comments, they let you know the real thinking of Babylon, man. But let me get one more. I'm going to just grab one more, two more. But this right here, let me go back to the Apocrypha real quick. Perfect scripture right here. Chapter 26. Ecclesiastes chapter 26. Let me see, where is it at? Well, verse 25 is a good one. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. See, she was counted as a dog. You little bitch, you get over here. Come on here with me. Because she was shamefaced. She was shameless. You out here just wobbling around, probably was laughing and giggling. You see that shit? I see that shit all the time. That's why I don't get involved. Hey, you on your own. I'm keeping it moving because I don't want no accusations against me. I'm not helping you. I'm keeping it right on along, on moving. Hey, if somebody around to help, I'm trying to just keep myself safe here. Got to keep my damn self safe. Let me see. Was it 25? Oh yeah, verse Ecclesiastes 25 and 25. Give the woman no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. See? You're not supposed to give a woman the liberty to gad abroad. Matter of fact, the scriptures talks about a man. I think it's in here too. How a man stays up all night. It might be the next chapter. All night, just pacing the floor, just trying to make sure that his daughter don't slip out of the goddamn house or try and let somebody in. Because once they get that little hot itch, man, they ready to go. Just is what it is, man. These people don't want to take accountability and don't want to be no goddamn grown-ups. Let me see. Oh, here it is right here, verse 10. Ecclesiastes 26:10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. And that's what happened to her. See? She abused herself. Drunk as fuck. Who like, I mean, I that's why you can't allow them to have that ability to get abroad. So see, they want to treat them like they goddamn kids and little babies. Well, you should have, you know, threw their ass a little party, treated their ass like a toddler, man. Took their asses to chuck a little ass to Chuck E. Cheese. Let her and her little girlfriends, fast as hell with an Instagram, let them all ate a couple of slices of pizza, ate some damn cake or something, and let their asses go on home. You know, here you go out here, ain't no telling what she was drinking, sipping on. Oh, I was very drunk. Come on, bro. And again, like I said, hey, you know, ain't no dudes got no business doing no shit like that. But you're living in a godless place. You're not living in a place that got morals, man. You out your mind. America don't have no damn morals. This place is through. That's pretty much about it, man. What's going on now, Mick? I'm not gonna get too much more on it, man. I was just looking at the comments and just looking like, well, damn. And again, I'm still trying to figure out the phone thing and all that. But anyway, maybe the person that put the story together got some things mixed up or something. But the point is, oh, matter of fact though, let me get this though too. Isaiah, yeah, you women, man, y'all better wake the fuck up out here. You living in some times right now where things are not about to be pretty for you as women. You think she was just graped. Or you see, man, these dudes about to be out here ravishing chicks in America when shit hit the fans. Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins, which means a repent. Be shamefaced. Get back in order, man. Get back in order. Get back in order, man. Get into these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And you need to stay out of these streets. Cut the bullshit out. Get out of these goddamn streets. Because I'm telling you, man, when shit hits the fans, you talking about a 16-year-old being graped. These people are not going to have no problems graping your 8-year-old. Your 7-year-old, for that matter. Your 6-year, ain't no telling, man. Because some of these people out here, they you know, they're going to put that P on the LGBTQ. And you know what I'm talking about, that PEDO. And going to be dealing with your little boys, your little 16-year-old son. You know, these people are not going to care, man, when shit hits the fans. The Lord is about to unleash real evil into this place, man. Y'all better wake the fuck up. Ain't no time to be out here playing around these days, man. Are you serious? Because she could have been grabbed up and really thrown into a car and trapped in it, man. Where she been graped every night. Multiple times per night by multiple dudes. With the possibility of her never being seen again. So that right there was probably, actually, hell, that was mercy from that standpoint. You wake her ass up, and I bet you, hey, she's either going to become a strong drinker now, or she's going to never have a drink in her life again. It's either one of the two. She going to drink herself into oblivion because of what happened to her, or she going to be like, I ain't never touching another goddamn drink in my life. One of the two. Anyway, though, I'm going to end off there, man. Hey, you women with this liberty to get abroad, that's why we need these fathers in the home, too. But Esau Edom, the so-called white man, hey, he took the dads out of the home. He took the dads out of the home. He don't want you to have no dad. He don't want you to have no security. So all them comments that's in the comment boards, you blaming every goddamn body except for the source. The source is the so-called white man. He's the source of all this wickedness and crazy shit going on out here, man. There's no way around it. So I'm going to end out there, man. I pray that this lesson was edifying with that. Kwam Yashal and a Bible ball. Bible ball, a Bible ball.